because without you, ain't no show. Ain't no record. I can sing in the studio forever. But if you don't take me home with you or in your heart with you, then I'm not.
Wow. That's one of the things I've always appreciated about you as well, is you've been down home and earthy, but you always had this classy air about you.
Well, thank you.
And one of the classiest things that I witnessed was when you were here in D.C., and you were performing with Smokey Robinson.
Uh-huh.
And everybody was talking about the fact that both of you are legends, and I wonder who's going to come on first, who has top billing, I wonder who's going to come on first. That was the big talk around town.
I know.
And then for both of you to open up the show together,
yes,
that was just so incredibly awesome for me.
Thank you so much.
Because it says a lot about you and Smokey.
Yes, it does. I love him very much. I do. He was one of the earlier ones that was responsible for helping to get us to Motown. And he used to tell me all the time, Gladys, you should come to Motown. Gladys, I got so sick of Smokey. And then finally, he talked to us. He sat down with us and told us about the company. And, Smokey's just like that, and we've been hanging out there together for a long time. Our families, we've known each other's families forever. Claudette and I were just super good friends. And, when his kids were born, well, he's that kind of thing. So we came from that school of not being trying to be all that.
And that definitely came across on stage.
Thank you.
Now, I know you don't have that much time, Gladys, but I have one more question to ask you.
Okay.
Well, two more questions.
Okay.
I was really, really just touched by your gospel album. I know you did many different roles, but you won another Grammy
Yes.
for your One Voice album.
Yes.
Now, how did that concept come about?
Well, you know what? I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints,
Mm-hmm.
and people aren't quite used to that, because that makes me Mormon, if that's what you call us,
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to that church, I went for a totally different reason, but I was joking one day. I said, I love this church and what it stands for, and I love the hymns, but the music needs a little pep. And they invited me one day. We do in our church what we call firesides. It's just where we share our testimonies and stuff like that with others. Even people who are not members of the church are invited to come. And I said, look, y'all, I don't speak. I sing. I'm not a good speaker. I say I sing. So they said, well, you can sing. Because I was new to the church, and I didn't know how it went. So I said, well, let me see what I can do about that. And so I said, do you mind if I put a little group together? And I did, and it kind of turned out all right. And then they invited me again, and I said, well, maybe I should be ward choir director. And they laughed at me. Yeah, we know about you being choir director, like you want to be choir director. I said, I do. They said, well, just if you want a choir, just put a choir together. And I did, and that's how SUV got started. And in that, I just taught them the music. We don't do sheets. We don't do it's all from the Spirit. I just give them words and teach them the melodies. And it evidently was the way the Lord wanted us to do. We didn't do this album for a Grammy, but we just were doing the music that we felt would touch people and bear our testimonies musically.
Wow.
And we won the Grammy.
Well, I know the other thing I wanted to mention is that I was at the BET Awards when you were presented the Lifetime Achievement Award.
And I thank you guys so much for that.
There were several things about that evening that really touched me. First thing was your acceptance speech. It was so heartfelt.
Thank you.
Everything about that speech was absolutely perfect.
Thank you so much.
But not only after you gave this awesome speech and you had you had Faith Evans and Tony Braxton singing your songs.
Yes.
But then you came on stage and I know this wasn't intentional, but this is the way it was. It was like, thank you. I really appreciate you guys for honoring me. But now let me show you how it's really supposed to be done. Because when you got on stage, you turned that place out.
Well, thank you so
much. It was absolutely just such a phenomenal experience for me.
Yes.
For me to be there live to see it, and then to see the same thing translate on television when I recorded it. It translated the same way.
Well, thank you so much. My heart was so full that night, and I really appreciated the ladies making that tribute to me. I really did, and it was just an awesome, awesome night that I'll never, ever forget.
Yeah, and I know that Alicia Keys, she was saying that she wanted to work with you. What's the possibility of that happening?
That's going to happen.
Oh, really?
That is going to happen, yeah.
Oh, wow.
She's just been busy, and I've been busy, but we talk a lot.
That would be incredible.
We still talk, and we're still trying to make that happen. If we can ever get these schedules to, sync up, we're going to do that.
That's going to be absolutely incredible.
Yeah, we're going to do it.
Well, Gladys Knight, I know you don't have that much time, but I am so thankful to have you speak with us here at World Space.
And I love you so much.
I
really
love
do.
you too. And whenever you come to the D.C. area, please stop by World Space and don't forget me.
I won't. I won't.
All right, Gladys, thank you so much.
Okay, you are so welcome, and I hopefully will see you soon.